Jezebel and her prophets, and he unalives them. Yet I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on, after all that stuff is done, we get to a point in scripture where Ahaz speaks to Jezebel and tells her what has happened. And Ahaz told Jezebel, 1 Kings chapter 19. And Ahab told Jezebel all that Elijah had done, and with all how he had slain all the prophets with the sword. Then Jezebel sent a messenger unto Elijah. She sent a footman, a messenger. We don't know who this messenger was. We don't know if it was an angel. Was this a vision that Elijah got? How did the messenger get to Elijah? Who is this messenger? And Jezebel sent a messenger unto Elijah, saying, so let the gods do to me, and more also, if I make not thy life as the life of one of them by tomorrow about this time. She sends a powerful threat that binds her. This is why, when we deal with these witches and witchcraft, we're dealing with people that have proven themselves through activity. The only way that you become a powerful witch is by doing a lot of witchcraft. There's no person that comes upon you and anoints you a powerful witch. It's not like that. In order to be a powerful witch, a sorcerer, a wizard, or any of the likes thereof, you've really gotten after it in the world of spirit. You've done all kinds of stuff. And a lot of the things that you do in order to become a powerful witch are wicked. So we're looking at a woman that has had an immense amount of experience in the spiritual realm, dealing with mighty spirits that focus and that are experts in doing wickedness. She has a lot of relationships in spirit. That is what is being conveyed here. And this is what I mean by you do not get the depth of what Elijah went through unless you understand this environment. You got to know what it's like. You won't know what makes a powerful witch powerful unless you understand what witches are. In order to be a powerful witch, you're just not powerful because you got a pen and a paper and you said, I want to do this and that to this person, and you took a picture and you got a piece of hair and you did. That's not making you powerful. You're good at arts and crafts. And you can use that coupled with your will as much as you can to get a result. But there's an ending point to that. You're going to need some extra power to give it some fire. And that's where these spirits come in. These spirits take that thing and go the extra mile with it. And then they go the full distance with it in their respective threshold and whatever their expertise is. And then once they've exhausted that extra mile that they can take it, they pass it off to another one that can take it further. You can think of it as that. It's an extremely intricate network of spirits that all focus on different stuff. That's what this is. This is what Elijah is dealing with. This is why I say, how did this messenger get to Elijah to even tell him this? Did it come in the form of a thought? Was it actually a physical messenger? Because that's what these entities do. They're great at sending you an idea. We see that with Eve in the garden. He gave her an idea. Nonetheless, the Bible doesn't detail all the specifics. He said, this is done. An angel Jezebel sent with words of condemnation. She was sure of her power. Why? Because her power had seen her a success, a very pivotal success. She's the queen of Israel. The likelihood that she would even be able to do that got her stripes all up and down her arms. She got a huge train behind her just from that. So she has a heightened mindset. She feels very confident in herself. But her confidence is based on sand. It's not based on a rock. And for a season, she will stand on that sand. But when a storm comes, when the waters prevail, she gets sunken in that sand. There is no stability. There's nothing to hold on to. Those demons and those spirits that she would work with so intimately with, that she was so highly networked with, are like the spirits that the world dealt with before the flood, and that they were all so highly networked with. They depended on nature. They depended on mother, which is extreme power. All of this is nature. All of it. Whatever you see in this life that is man's creation is dependent upon nature. The car you drive, it depends on forms of nature to make it move. It is dependent upon nature to rest. It's on the earth. It depends on nature so that it can be useful. If it's flooded, you can't drive it. If it's broken up because it's burnt up, you can't drive it. If the roads are broken up, you can't drive it. Everything is dependent upon nature. Every single thing in this life is dependent. Everything in this life nurses and suckles from the breast of nature. Everything. So when we see Jezebel sending a messenger to Elijah with all of this confidence, she's big mad. She's saying, I'll be doggone. Oh, you want to come up in here and do this? She's gotten the wrong ideology. She's made the kingdom her kingdom. You can tell by the way she's acting. Oh, you want to come up in this kingdom as if Elijah is a foreigner to this kingdom. This is Elijah's kingdom. And he was sent by God. But she has become so enamored in her witchcraft and the success of it that it has blinded her to the reality. This is what happens. You become blind to the reality. You've allowed the sorcery, the lie, the deception, all the creations to create another reality for you. And you bask in that and only that. And you let it heighten you and pump you up and make you feel as if you are somebody when really you're not. You're just living in a false reality. But then when truth steps in, truth that doesn't care about anything that you care about because it doesn't believe the lie, it can distinguish between the false and the truth. For it bears witness to the truth. It comes as a messenger of truth, not representing any of the falseness, not even paying it any attention, not allowing it to corrupt them, not being impressed by the falsehood or the creations. If Elijah was impressed by the falsehood and the creations, he could have been corrupted by Jezebel and Ahab. And because he could not be corrupted by Jezebel and Ahab, he was an enemy to them.